Hello, thank you for joining with me. We are in A Course in Miracles workbook for students. This is section 11, What is Creation? We are on lesson 330, I will not hurt myself again today. Let us this day accept forgiveness as our only function. Why should we attack our minds and give them images of pain? Why should we teach them they are powerless when God holds out His power and His love and bids them take what is already theirs? The mind that is made willing to accept God's gifts has been restored to spirit and extends its freedom and its joy, as is the will of God united with its own. And we're going to go down and read footnote 148. This means that the mind has been restored to spirit and extends spirit's freedom and spirit's joy, just as the will of God is united with the mind's own will. The self which God created cannot sin, and therefore cannot suffer. Let us choose today that He be our identity, and thus escape forever from all things the dream of fear appears to offer us. Father, your Son cannot be hurt, and if we think we suffer, we but fail to know our one identity we share with you. We would return to it today to be made free forever from all our mistakes, and to be saved from what we thought we were. And now I will read Alan Watson and Robert Perry's commentary on this lesson 330. I will not hurt myself again today. This is Robert Perry's practice suggestion. Think of your judgments toward another person and realize that these judgments hurt you. Then say, I will not hurt myself again today. A little windy, obviously. I will not teach myself that I am a sinner. Let my forgiveness teach me that I am God's Son. Commentary by Alan Watson. Whenever I think I am less than what God created, I hurt myself, and only myself. I do no real damage, but I have the entirely realistic illusion of pain, sacrifice, and suffering. All my physical and emotional senses confirm its reality. Only the vision of Christ sees past the illusion. There is a strong passage in the text that tells how important it is to depend on what our eyes and ears tell us, to know that it is only the projection of our own thoughts. The secret of salvation is but this, that you are doing this unto yourself. No matter what the form of the attack, this is still true. Whoever takes the role of enemy and of attacker, still is this the truth. Whatever seems to be the cause of any pain and suffering you feel, this is still true. Let them be as hateful and as vicious as they may, they could have no effect on you unless you failed to recognize it is your dream. The evil dream results from a false picture of myself as something less than the self which God created. I still believe myself to be capable of sin and capable of suffering. Because I believe that of myself, I believe it of others, and I project my belief onto them. I project my sin and my guilt onto them. Every time I see sin or weakness in a brother, it is only a reflection of my own thoughts about myself. It is your dream that you are seeing. You are not seeing something real, but a masterful, near-perfect illusion projected from your incredibly powerful mind. It is the projected image of your own thoughts about yourself that is hurting you. If I think I am weak, if I think my life is in a mess, I am not seeing my true identity. None of this is really happening. I am living a bad dream, a dream about myself. From a metaphysical standpoint, nothing happening in my life really matters at all. It is just a bad dream. It does matter as a reflection of my state of mind, however. We are being saved from what we thought we were, and the way toward that deliverance is to understand that life is but a dream, as the old round says. The way of deliverance is to forgive, to understand when I think I see something worthy of my judgment and condemnation, that however in some twisted way, all I am seeing is my own thoughts projected outward, and to choose in that moment to think differently, to see the situation which I thought justified my anger turned into a situation that justifies my love. Here is a poor confused brother just like me who has lost track of his true identity with God. I am seeing him as guilty only because I am projecting my own guilt. I choose not to add to his illusion by broadcasting guilt onto him. I choose instead to direct my love to him, that he may begin to awaken as I have begun. And I know in so doing that I am giving that love to myself. I am contributing to my own awakening. More to the point for me personally, here are the lines. Why should we attack our minds and give them images of pain? Why should we teach them? They are powerless. What am I teaching my mind by the thoughts I am thinking? What am I teaching my mind by feeling guilty? I'm a man under reconstruction. I'm not finished yet. If I didn't need rehabilitation, I wouldn't be here. Let me observe my thoughts today and see how they attack me if I choose to listen to the ego, and how they build me up when I listen to the Holy Spirit. And if you'll please close your eyes, I'll lead us into the meditation. I will not hurt myself again today. Father, your Son cannot be hurt, and if we think we suffer, we but fail to know our one identity we share with you. We would return to it today to be made free forever from all our mistakes, and to be saved from what we thought we were. I will not hurt myself again today. Thank you so much for joining with me in the meditation of Lesson 330. I will not hurt myself again today. And now we will read the section of What is Creation? Commentary by Alan Watson. We are in paragraph 5, sentence 2. We hear His voice and we forgive creation in the name of its Creator, holiness itself, whose holiness His own creation shares, whose holiness is still a part of us. His voice is calling us to forgive creation. We have looked on God's creation, ourselves, our brothers and our sisters, and all the rest that makes up creation, and we have pronounced judgment on it. We have seen guilt and ugliness where God created only beauty and holiness. In this world, we cannot even truly create nor extend love in the purity that belongs only to heaven, but we can forgive. We can end our fault-finding and lift our judgment and condemnation from everything we see. Every moment offers us an opportunity to do this. Every encounter is a chance to practice forgiveness. Whatever we look upon without seeing the holiness of God in it, we need to forgive. To see anything other than God's holiness reflected everywhere is an act of unforgiveness, a condemnation of God's creation. When something appears unholy, we need to ask the help of the Holy Spirit to see past appearances to the truth of God's holiness. Those appearances are hiding. Sin is an illusion, and only holiness is true. In a sense, then, all that the Course is teaching us is to acknowledge God's creation everywhere, in everything, and above all in ourselves. Our Creator's holiness is still a part of us. Let us say to everyone we meet in our thoughts, in our words, and our actions, I would behold you with the eyes of Christ and see my perfect sinlessness in you. And I think that is it. Yes. Thank you so much for joining with me in this lesson 330. I will not hurt myself again today. I love you. Thank you.